What up, fam? Thank you for joining me on Sports Talk. I'm your host, William Allen, man. I want to thank my guy, Ron Slade, for coming on with me last time on my last podcast, the Big 6'8" from the University of Tennessee. Love that guy, man, Ron Slade. Make sure you check him out on the Boom Boom Boom, man. He's doing big things. Also, want to represent my guy tonight, Mr. Aaron Hicks. I appreciate you mailing me the shirt, man. I definitely got it, man. The shirt is looking good, my guy. I like it. Aaron is graduate, University of Tennessee. That's my school right there. Love the University of Tennessee, man. I'm actually from Nashville, Tennessee, so I gotta rep those balls, man, any chance I get. And with that being said, also gotta say thank you to my guy, Mr. John Dunn. Make sure you check him out on the All Ball Call-In Show, man. That's my guy right there. He actually had me come on board as a junior writer, and I'm excited about it because I like to talk football, I like to talk sports, I like to talk about everything. College football, for sure. And while I'm at it, let me go ahead and put on my celebration chain. This is my college football thing right here, man. My celebration chain, man. I love to wear this, man, on my shows, man. I love this thing, man. This thing fits good. Now, if you can find one, good luck. Got mine in Vegas. And speaking of Vegas, this is a place where most people won't really be right now because of COVID-19. I mean, of course, things are shut down a little bit. Bars aren't really open up like that, but they got the casinos open. Things are still popping out there. I mean, you may can jump out there and get into it if you want to, but I'll be right here at home with my family, okay? So with that being said, let me go ahead and jump right on in. And matter of fact, can I give myself an applause, man, for doing the show? It's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks, so let me go ahead and just jump on in, man. We're talking about NFL tonight, mainly about the New England Patriots, man. And the reason why we're talking about the New England Patriots is because they had a big change at the quarterback position. And as you know, and as fans know, Tom Brady was the guy for a long time with them. So let me go ahead and put up my guy right here, man. This is Tom Brady. He was with New England for 20 years, all right? His first 20 seasons were in New England. He won 6 Super Bowls in 2002, 2004, 5, 2015, 2017, and 2019. I mean, my guy was definitely doing his thing and balling out with New England, man. That's the truth. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I got a little bit envious seeing him in the Super Bowl all the time. I mean, he was there ever since I moved to Dallas in 2008, 2009. I mean, he was in the Super Bowl or he was in the playoffs like every single season. You know what I mean? And that goes to show you what that team was about. You know, that whole slogan they got, do your job. And when you think about that, that starts up top with that man, Bill Belichick, which is the head coach. You know, he is definitely one of the greatest coaches uh, probably that I've seen in my lifetime. I mean, he actually spent 20 years with New England. His record during the regular season was 320, 237, and 83 losses. I mean, you can't really say enough about really like what he did and what he's doing as a head coach there. I think he wanted Brady out sooner. I think he wanted Garoppolo to actually take over and be the quarterback, the future quarterback for him, which I understand why. He felt like Tom Brady, his time was up, and those guys really didn't mesh when it came time towards the end. But those two guys won 6 Super Bowls together. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. But when you're talking about what they had to do to replace Tom Brady, they actually brought in my guy, like you see it right there, Cam Newton, and it's a question of why they brought him in. Okay. Um, and the reason why is because first, if you look at this video right here, let me just say this before I put this on. I don't own the rights to any of these videos or pictures that I'm putting up right now, okay? People worked hard to get these things together, and I applaud them for doing it. But let me just talk about my guy right here, man, Mr. Cam Newton, doing his thing, man. This is one of the reasons why they actually got him was for his rushing prowess, how he can get down the field, using his legs to move around, the mobility in the pocket, the awareness to know when the rush is coming, when to escape. That's one of the things that you got to love about Cam. He had an injury diving into the end zone was pretty much one of his staples. You see how he gets down there, he reaches out like that. He had a shoulder injury because you run, you put your arms out like that, and what's going to happen is a player's going to come in and probably try to tackle you at the same time while you're reaching. And so, he had a shoulder injury. And he also had if I'm not mistaken, he had an ankle injury last season as well. I love that celebration, man. I love that, man. I like watching Cam move around, man, because this is a man right here. We're talking about like 6'6". What is he, like 260? I don't know, man. That's like one of the biggest quarterbacks besides like Ben Roethlisberger in the NFL, man. This guy's got wheels. He's agile. Did he just land on his legs and just got knocked over at the last minute right there? This guy's a beast, man. But let's just talk about other things that he can do. He can't always run, and that's the truth. When you get older and you get up in age, man, you gotta be ready to do other things, and that's basically passing. Because what else can you do as a quarterback? You gotta pass the ball. So what can Cam do? He can pass the ball. Yes, sir, he can. I mean, this guy's actually got a lot of experience. Let's just talk about Cam a little bit, all right? His career stats: he's thrown for 29,041 yards, 182 TDs, 108 interceptions, a passer rating of 86.1. And I don't even have his rushing stats on here. So this guy's production is off the roof. This is his this is the season I believe they went to the Super Bowl. They lost the Super Bowl. Um, I want to say to Denver. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. Could be. But he had a great season. I mean, this is why Bill Belichick went out and got this guy. Cam was sitting back for a while. Nobody was picking him up. Everybody's wondering what's going to happen with Cam Newton. Well, guess what? Bill Belichick pulled the trigger, and this guy's going to New England, man. So he better go up there and do his job. Now, if you know Cam Newton and his press conferences, they get a little bit out of control. He wears all the little hats and all this type of stuff. And I don't think up there in New England they really, get down like that per se. But I think as long as he falls in line, New England has their own way. Bostonians, Boston. Boston, Boston. They got that talk, that Boston. Well, how they do it up there. How they do it up there in Boston. Um, so this guy's definitely gonna fall in line, do what he needs to do, man, to be a great player. Because I don't know if he's gonna be here for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I don't know what he's gonna do, man. But I just know that this guy can throw the ball with touch. Look at that. How he throws the ball in traffic like that. This guy can pass the ball, man. He can throw the ball with touch too, man. It's one of these passes. That's it right there. Right there. You see how I threw that ball like that? That's touch. And that's the one thing I can tell that New England prided themselves in finding a quarterback that can really do it, that was still on the open market, that was affordable, that could do what they needed him to do. All right. So it is what it is, man. But we're talking about the NFL right now, and we're talking about COVID-19 because it's kind of hard. There's a lot of NFL players that have opted out because of COVID. Um, I think like 66 players opted out, and I understand why, because they don't want to bring it home to their families. And it's just like me. I'm an essential worker. I have to get out there. I got to be out there, and I don't want to bring home to my family, but I have no place else to go. I'm not a professional athlete, so I got to come home to my family, and it's scary out there. Real talk, man. But I applaud all the essential workers that are out there doing their thing, nurses, doctors, that are working through this. I know it's tough. So, but let me say this though, man. The SEC actually came out with a 10 game uh, regular season that they're gonna be doing 10 games this regular season, man. This is gonna be pretty good because my thing is we're used to seeing like games where you're playing like Tennessee State or you're playing like McNeese State or to start off with, but you're playing like 10 games of SEC teams. And each SEC team, man, they've got something to offer. They got something to bring to the table, man. This is gonna be a big deal, man. What's going on with SEC? If you're talking about Tennessee football right now, which is what I like to talk about, and their schedule and what they got going on right now, it's gonna be pretty serious because they've got They've got to go to Texas A&M, and then no, wait. Texas A&M comes to Tennessee. All right. So then they got to go to Auburn, but you also got, I think they got Arkansas and who's the other team? Oh, Alabama. How could I forget Alabama? You know, how long is Nicky Saban gonna be at Alabama, man? That's a question I want to know. How long is Nick Saban gonna be at Alabama? Because he's been there for a while. If this quarterback thing doesn't really add up, you know what I mean, and he sees his team is drying up, is he gonna want to leave? I don't know, but the freshman they brought in is really good. I know that for a fact, and I know these guys are recruiting like crazy. The wheels just keep spinning in Alabama. I mean, it doesn't even stop. LSU, how is Ed Orgeron? How is he going to recover from losing Joe Burrow? I mean, there's a lot of things going on in college football, man, especially in SEC, man. SEC is hard up on football, man. Straight up, man. Is Georgia going to be able to repeat as East champions? Because I feel like Florida this year, with that quarterback they got, who's it? Trask? If I'm wrong about his name, Cal Trask, that quarterback they got at Florida, man, that guy's actually pretty good, man. I like his footwork. I like how he stands in the pocket and how he delivers the ball down the field. The guy can scan the field and see what's going on out there, man. It's going to be good. But I feel like Tennessee is going to surprise some people this year, man. Jeremy Pruitt is recruiting. He's got these guys basically ready to run through a brick wall, for him. So it's gonna be good. I think this season in the SEC, bar none, if COVID doesn't take over and just have teams backing out and whatnot, and if not, I really hope not, because this is actually a dream season. You playing all SEC teams. You know what I mean? You're not playing like easy states and all these little Georgia states, even though Tennessee lost to Georgia State. It's gonna be a great season, man. With that being said, man, this is sports talk, man. I talk sports with you all day and all night long, man. Let me go ahead and applaud myself again. Hey guys, thank you for joining me on Sports Talk. I'm your host, William Allen. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, man. Check me out. And guess what? I'll be back.